are the common mistakes people make?
Okay, the first time investors.
Yeah, the first ones.
The common mistake is, again, really not really understanding the financials. I mean, it is a numbers game.
Yeah.
And you got to treat it like a business as well. So if you think the numbers don't stack up, then don't do it. A lot of people are so, like, they find a property, and again, that's another mistake that I'll talk about. But what I want to emphasize is the numbers game. That they go to this place and they like the area, everything's to them is perfect, and they say that, yeah, they'll make money from this. But then they haven't looked at the numbers properly. Like is this property, if it's, for example, 400,000, and then the rent in that area is only 150 a week, you got to look at the numbers, and we've got tools for that, to look at that and to say that, can that service that debt? Because you don't want to be taking, again, the objective of the whole game and in the whole property investing is that trying not to take money out of your pocket. Yep. You're trying to use and leverage yourself from the bank, from the tenants, because again, all these are going to be property investments, and use their money, even tax as well, the tax benefits, that's another aspect to it. You're using all these areas to be able to fund your investments.
Yeah, so you're saying people should take the emotion out of it.
Yeah, exactly.
And not get all caught up on, oh, this is lovely, this feels fantastic. That can be very deceiving.
It is very deceiving. So know your numbers and really know them well. And that leads me to knowing your own personal expenses as well, knowing what comes in and really what comes out. So besides knowing the investment, the property investment side numbers, you've got to know your numbers, because in the long run, you also need to know, okay, what's the worst case scenario? Okay, it can happen that you can have a bad tenant. To me, I've never had a bad tenant experience, but you can have that.
Oh, you can. I have.
Yeah. and you've got to know that, because you got to approximate that. What could happen if there's no tenant for 6 months?
Yep.
Okay, that means that's got to take money out of my pocket. Again, there is tax benefits later on, but you still got to take money out of your pocket. I mean, there's no going to say that, okay, you're going to get money from tax later on, but at that point in time, in that month, you've got to cover the expenses. Think like a tenant. Now, what I mean by think like a tenant is that are there facilities for this property, surrounding facilities that are close, because most of the tenants want public transport. Like a lot of the more city townhouses that I have, I'm always thinking like that is there a tram line, is there a bus line? Even a young family that has a newborn child, you want them close to schools or kindergarten or preschools, or and those facilities, and also shops, like for them to purchase their goods. So all those facilities have to be around where your investments are. So thinking like a tenant will give you that mindset that, okay, if I purchase this property and I know that one portion of my income comes through rent, okay, will this property be an eye-opener for tenants for this area? So is it close to schools? Is it definitely close to transportation? Is it close to shops where they can simply just walk there, buy their fruits, food, and then come back home? So if you can have that, and if you can answer their needs, the tenants' needs, then you definitely have a good property to invest in.